Okay, guys, welcome. I am Letitia Coates, and I am the state lead for the Independent Futures That Work project here in Oklahoma. And this is my contact information. I'll also be posting the recording as well as the PowerPoint on our website. If anyone needs to contact me, I think most of you probably have this already, though. So I'm sorry, I'm admitting people at the same time, so I'm trying to keep up with both and get it all together today. Okay, this meeting is recorded, obviously. This is a project that is through the U.S. Department of Education, Office of Special Education and Rehabilitation Services, the Rehabilitation Services Administration, and it is a project of the Alabama Parent Education Center. They are a PTI in Alabama, like we are a PTI here in Oklahoma. So let's go ahead and just get started. We want to welcome everybody today, obviously. And is there anyone who this is their first meeting that you would like to say, hey, I'm new, and this is who I am and where I work? Go ahead and unmute yourself and take the floor.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm Samantha, and I am an independent living counselor for Progressive Independence, and we're in Norman, Oklahoma, but we serve people with disabilities throughout the state. So I was just wanting to get involved in this group because I think you guys do a lot of work, so I just want to help out.
Wonderful. Thank you for joining us today. And it's good to see your face instead of just the name.
I know, Zoom is great.
The face-to-face meetings are as much as we used to probably not like meeting all the time. Now it feels like I miss them. So is there anyone else who is new today that, again, would like to say hey to everybody and let us know what you do?
I'm Yolanda Scott. Good morning, everyone. I am the Youth Programs Manager here at Central Oklahoma Workforce Innovation Board. And so we work with employment and training and job readiness skills for youth 16 to 24.
Great. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
And again, a face with a name I've heard.
My name is Avery Hinchy, and I'm the speech language pathologist at Oklahoma Able Tech. So we're the Assistive Technology Act for the state of Oklahoma.
Hi, thanks for joining us today. I'm so glad to see you.
Hi, I'll jump in. My name is Monique Scraper. I'm the Executive Director at Pathways Adult Learning Center. This is not my first meeting, but it's the first time I guess I'm brave enough to introduce myself. But we operate in Tulsa, and we provide continuing education, life skills, all kinds of good stuff to adults with IDD.
Perfect, thank you. Anyone else?
This is Heather Pike. I'm joining from Joni Bruce today, and I'm not at my computer right this second because I'm driving my son to work, but I will be back on my computer. So I apologize. I don't have my camera on.
Well, I'm glad that you could join us today, Heather.
Thank you.
Okay, and thank you everyone for coming in. I'm sorry, I'm getting a chat. I got a chat, and then there was admit, and then I'm going to close some of these boxes down that are in front of me. They are too distracting today. Okay, guys, this is going, like I said earlier, this will be one of those short and sweet meetings that we have. The major last time, I want to give a quick Oklahoma update first. At our last meeting, one of the biggest things that you guys mentioned was that we wanted this tab on the Oklahoma Parent Center website in more than one location, and that has happened. So I'm going to stop share and reshare. I used to know how to do that a little bit more seamlessly than I do now, but I hope you guys can see the Oklahoma Parent Center website now. And under the youth tab, if you scroll down, because that is the only place that it was located, it is transition services that work. And then under the parents tab, it is also named the same thing, transition resources that work. And under the resources tab, again, it is named the same thing, transition resources that work. So they all take you to this page, no matter which one of those three that you click on. And here is where we house the Oklahoma resources that we collected in our first few meetings. And those are all located under resources, and more resources. And they are, I'm going to click on it here in just a second. There's also a link directly to State Advisory Committee page, and that will give you links to all of the other meetings, how to register, and how to watch any meetings that you may have missed, or at least be able to access the videos and the PowerPoint. Everything will be located there. And then we have our the Independent Futures That Work project that is out of Alabama, that we are one of the 6 states that participate. And here's how to reach their site specifically. So I'm going to briefly go into each one of these, starting with our tools and resources, and just show you where everything is at. And they are located by, they have an accordion file here, but they are learning independently, working independently, living independently. Those are how that they are broken down by category. If you ever go here, or if you have provided a document and you know that it's been updated, I know that the transition handbook from the State Department, that link to their, I need to make sure that it goes to the updated version versus, because it's the first one, the updated version versus the old version, because I know there is a new updated. So but each one of these will take you to their website. It does not stay here. We didn't download any documents. It just put here. This will directly take you to the DRS page and take you directly to the resource guide. So everything should take you to you guys websites, our partner websites, so that again, they are finding the resources. They're all located in one page, but we wanted to make sure that that they went back so that they have your direct contact information, and they can search any other resources that you may have that may not even be listed on here. Some of these are under more than one tab, like the DRS guide. It is under more than one tab because it does encompass more than just learning independently. It does, have information about working independently as well. So if you ever go here again and a link doesn't work, please let me know and we will get that fixed, ASAP. We want these to be links that work for everyone, and that again, take it to your page so that they can find that resource there and it works for them, and it works for them well. The other pages, here is the our committee page. It tells more about what the committee does, and then it has links for how to register for all future meetings for this year that we scheduled in advance. And then it also has the videos and the PowerPoints for all past meetings. So if at any point you miss a meeting and you'd like to go back and watch it, you're more than welcome to do that. And then we have our the new Independent Futures That Work project website. That is how, again, it is an Alabama-based website. They are who wrote the grant for this project, and we are one of the 6 states that work with them. And all of the same information is here, but they are going to be more national resources, whereas each state's websites are their own state information. And they are categorized in the same way: working independently, living independently, learning independently. And then they also have Help Find Your State and flyers and printable handouts. And again, these are going to be resources that are more national based resources. And then obviously they have a resources tab here right at the top. And that's going to be all of their resources that are all in one page, is my understanding. And they have flyers and printable handouts. These are the things that they have created. So these will be anything that they have deemed when they looked at all of the states. And what we did a lot of work right at first. We did a lot of work gathering resources. We did a lot of work rating those resources, putting them in different categories. This committee did as a whole. And all states did the same thing. And then they started to see where are the gaps and how do we fill these gaps as a whole. We don't want to reinvent the wheel. We want to fill gaps. And so that is where they have these communicating, they have a lot of little tip sheets here and there, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So, and they will be expanding on these regularly. These are all been created within the last 3 or 4 months. The first year was predominantly it was a brand new project. So it was a lot of planning and gathering information and seeing what resources that we have. And now they're creating resources and getting them out there. So I'm going to stop sharing the website so I can go back to the PowerPoint. And I think that I've done this page. For the most part, the national or the Alabama project is obviously the website is up and running. I just showed you that. They do have social media sites now. Again, they have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. They have a lot of information that's on there, and then those will be periodically shared to the Oklahoma Parent Center Facebook. Basically, we're asking you to share more so that this project can get the attention, I guess, that it needs, because there are great resources there that we will be able to, that will help people, that we can put on our pages, that we can share on our social media, that we can print and share when we're working with those youth, that will benefit them. Honestly, the tips for communicating via email, I learned a couple of things myself on that one. So I was like, ooh, okay, maybe it wasn't the best idea for me to click reply to all every time I So there were just a few things on there that, again, I think everybody is, they're useful to remember. So again, their upcoming projects that they have on the project as a whole level, they're going to be producing some more tip sheets. And they have been, I know that, or I was told, let me rephrase, that they have already worked with Renee with Voc Rehab to get some information from, they wanted to make each state specific, so that they created a basic flyer on accessing vocational rehabilitation services. And then they spoke with each state to make sure that that made sense for our state. And it wasn't something that had already been done, or that they could make it a little bit different. I have not seen the tip sheet yet, so I know that there's one out there that's going to be coming out soon, and then we can all share that as well. Renee, am I wrong on that? That you did speak to someone and give them some information about Oklahoma specific?
I do believe that we did. It's been a minute ago. So, but I'm not sure if that was I'm not sure if that was CBI or if it was this or Intact. But I've done a lot of phone conversations about this. So, who do I need to contact to make sure I'm not missing something?
That is Cindy in Alabama.
Okay, Cindy.
Yeah.
Then I sent her a bunch of information,
Okay.
but I don't know that we actually spoke on the phone.
Okay,
But
that may be what she said, because we
Okay.
spoke last week and she said I think she has everything she needed from you.
Okay, I think so too, but I don't think we spoke. It was just only on email. That's what I was trying to figure out. Okay, sorry.
You are perfect. Thank you so much for taking care of that.
No problem.
And there will be some training videos coming up soon. And as soon as we get the trainings, then we will be scheduling and hosting some events that will be on the different topics that were obviously included in their grant, so that we can fulfill what we need to and get that information out to youth with disabilities, their parents, and those that work with them. So that, again, we've talked about this from the beginning. It's not enough to just have a project. If no one knows about the project, then it's kind of pointless to do all of this work. So we want to make sure that we are showcasing the work that they're doing on the project as a whole, but we also want to showcase what we're doing in Oklahoma, so that everyone, it's all about helping these youth with disabilities to, again, transition, live independently, be employed, any post-secondary education. It is essentially about improving their life as a whole. And if sometimes one of the things that I like to say is, you don't know what you don't know. So a lot of times it's just getting any information out there will at least help to get us where we need to be, to improve everyone's life. That is, I told you it was going to be a short and sweet meeting today. So these are the next meetings that we have scheduled. I do want to bring that up. Whenever we started this, it was essentially Wednesdays at 9 a.m. were voted as what is best. I am going to be sending out an email to everyone to just say, are Wednesdays at 9 a.m. still the best time frame for everyone? We have one of the biggest committees. We have consistently about 20 people who show up. We have about 40 people on the committee total, and that is more than a lot of the other states. So I want to make sure that I am doing what is best for you guys. And if Wednesdays at 9 a.m. are not the best, then we can adjust that. So I just kind of want to make sure that you guys knew that, and that was out there. Those don't have to be set in stone for the rest of our lives. That is just what was determined at the beginning, but I am going to ask again just to make sure that that's where we're all still at. I'm going to stop share so I can see some of your faces. And just kind of open up the floor and say thank you again to everybody for the work that you've put in. Thank you for your contributions. I hope that we can ask you to share the project as a whole, to go and look at the resources that are available. If you know of other resources that are in Oklahoma that fall within one of these categories that aren't listed, please send those to me with the original link, so that I want to make sure that the creator of those documents, that it goes back to them so that it can be found on their website. We want to, again, make sure that that all of these resources are all in one place, so that it's an easy one-stop shop, but they still get back to the location where the resource was at to begin with. Miss Lori, do you have a question?
I do. I kind of came on a few minutes late, so I might have missed this, but is there a flyer that has the Alabama information for national resources and also the Oklahoma Parent Center link for our state resources? I know a lot of transition fairs are starting to be held in person again, so that would be something nice to have at Boost to give to parents.
Yes, there is a flyer for the project as a whole. I am going to put that link in the chat, and then I will also email that to everyone. That is for the flyer for the project as a whole, the independent futures. That I mess that up every time. I apologize. This is that moment in the day that's like, did I have enough coffee or not enough coffee? It is Independent Futures That Work project. That is there as a whole, and it promotes their site, obviously, because it's their flyer. My intention was to make this where it was a 2-page that we could print front and back, and it would have their information on one side and the Oklahoma Parent Center information on the back side. So again, when we print these, they would be a front and back for those in-person, again, transition fairs, booths that we do, any of that, so that, again, we want to make sure that we want to promote their information, but we also want to promote where all those Oklahoma resources are located as well. And that will be done by the end of next week, that flyer with the Oklahoma Parent Center on one side and their information on the other side.
People with Disabilities Awareness Day is March 8th at the History Center. I don't know if Oklahoma Parent Center has a booth at that, but if not, you could get the flyers to me and I could pass them out there. That would be a good opportunity.
I think that's Ellen. Ellen, are you gonna go? No? Oh no, we had already had a previous.
Okay.
We're going
okay,
to another resource fair that day.
If you have time to get the flyer done by then, send it to me and I'll print them and take some and hand them out at our education booth.
Okay, thank you. Yes, there was a mix up. So we had 2 things on the same day, and we had booked one before we had got the information for the other, and we don't have anybody else that can go on that day. So we will definitely get those to you. Thank you, Lori. I am going to stop recording. I feel like we're kind of done with that.